Hello friends, this is Coolchessgm and I want to continue the simple endgame studies which was started by me. And here is the question. There is white to play, and as you can see, uh, I am sitting from in the white point of view, and the h7 pawn is going to be queen, and similar the a2 pawn also. So I'm giving you 30 seconds time. Please be accurate and don't use your engine assistance. Okay, good. Your time is up. So I am telling the answer now. So h8 queen is the first move as he cannot delay because of black will be queening it, and here a1 queens. So if you take on a1 with queen takes a1, then it's stalemate. So black would be happy to get a draw. And as I say, this is also a zugzwang theme. You have to remember that when you move the king from d8, then the b8 king will be checkmated. So you should be trying for that. And now black cannot be giving any checks like queen d4 or queen f6 check as king for as king d7, and it's a mate. So black have to get for perpetual attack on queens, as he cannot go for the perpetual checks on the king. So queen a2, queen e8, queen a4, queen e5, and king a8. So queen h8, you got it. As there is no problem in queen attacks, and there is no perpetual checks also. Now white's idea is to checkmate the king with king c7. Well, this theme was by Zugzwang. I think most of you will not be solving it. I mean, would not be solving it. So I will be going to the another question now. This is the another question, and now it's white to play. As you can see, white is a rook up, and black has only on a pawn on c2. So the pawn on c2 is gonna be a queen in the next move. So white have to stop it. Anyway, he can't win in this position. Well, well, it's just a draw. So you need to figure it out. So for this question, I'm giving you 20 seconds, as it's a simple one. Well, your time ends up. So the first move is rook b7 check. King c8 is first, as you cannot be playing king a8. If king a8, then rook c7 and the pawn is blocked. So king c8 is first, and rook b5 here. So you may be wondering what happens if pawn pushes to become queen. Then it's just simple. Rook c5 check, queen takes, and it's just a draw, and it's a draw. So let me slip into the next question now. Well, this is the next question, and this question would be familiar by everyone. As you can see, the pawn on c6 is not on c7, and it would be difficult for white to uh, get queen. It's a white to play, and I'm giving you 20 seconds as this is very familiar. This would be a very familiar question for you. Okay, your time ends up now. So the first move is c7, obviously, as pass pawn must be pushed. Black's only move is to give a check here, and Black's hope is to get only a draw because so after Rook d6 check, if White moves to King b7, then Rook d7 and King c8, then Rook takes c7. So it will be a draw. After c7, Rook d6 check, King b5. Rook d5 check, again a first move. Well, again King b4 is forced, as if White plays King c6 here, then Black would play Rook to d1, and he plays his Rook to c1, um, and this is a draw. So White should win this game, and King b4, Rook d4 check, King b3, Rook d3 check, and King c2. There is no worry now. Rook d4, and if White queens here, then Rook c4, and Queen takes. It's a stalemate. So queens is a bad move, as White cannot take the queen. Uh, Rooks is forced here. C8 rooks, and if and here the threat is to play Rook a checkmate. So Black has to protect it with Rook a4. It's a first move, and King b3 with the threat of attacking the Rook, and Rook c1 mate. Well, this was a good position. Let me find another position and present it to you. Okay, this is a type of weird position, and I will not be saying it to solve, as it's very difficult to solve, and I didn't solve it for sure, and I just saw the answer. Well, white is a piece up, but he's having only a pawn here, and black is having 7 pawns for the knight. So you will be thinking that it's very difficult for white to get advantage here. Well, it's not. White is getting a first mate here. I mean, white will be mating the black king here. So let we see how. C3 check. King c5 is first. Na4, and king b5 is first. C4 check. King a6. So the idea is to get the king into the flank, so that it will be easy for white to get the mate. And when the king was in center, the mate would not be arriving. So now his king is in a6 and his a7 and a5 pawn are not allowing him to escape. It's a very good chance for white to get a mating threat here. So maybe now I can say to solve it. It's bit easy now, as bishop when white checks the black king, then it would be a mate. So you have to think it how. I will give you 10 seconds. Your time ends up, and I will say the answer. So first, bishop c6, as not allowing any pawn, as not allowing the c5 pawn to move. Sorry, c7 pawn, and bishop g1. So as black is not having any move now, king c2, bishop f2, king d3, bishop g1, king e2, bishop f2, king f1. So the white's idea is to go to c8 square by entering in this diagonal h3 to c8 diagonal. So the white's idea is to play king g2, king h3, and followed by king c8 move, like going to king g4 and king f5. So as with the idea of playing bb7 mate, and it's just not possible for black to defend it, to defend the mate. So well, this position was a nice one, and it's a bit difficult. Okay, thank you. We will see you in another video.